In this self-guided coaching plan, you will hear us talk about toxic masculinity. This phrase was named by the American Psychological Association when they realized that boys and men are really getting in trouble with ourselves. Personally, we think the phrase toxic masculinity sucks. So what we call it is traditional manhood, because there are all parts of manhood, and some parts of it are so freaking awesome and amazing and beautiful. And we need to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but we do need to be able to locate these aspects of traditional manhood that keep us stuck from accessing our full humanity. First of these is that we are taught that winning and success comes from knocking out competition to win against everybody else. In this way, we're taught to be really good providers, really good hunters, but only one-on-one. We tend to really suck when it comes to group collaboration and cooperation and what it takes to really hunt as a high-performing pack. And when it comes down to it, there's only so far that you can go on your own, even if you're an incredibly skilled hunter. At some point, you're gonna run into a lion, and we need a tribe for that. Traditional manhood doesn't teach us how to hunt in a pack. Second is emotional restriction, also called stoicism. This is basically the idea that, well, anger is okay, happiness, a little bit, but the rest of that stuff, save it for your mama, if even there. We're taught that the more vulnerable, the wider range of emotion that we show, the weaker we look, the more passionate and less calculated we look. And what this teaches us over time is how to have a lack of full range of access to our emotional intelligence. This is really important, again, for being a human social creature. Now, in times of war, in times of crisis, sure, stoicism. It's time to get through this. It's time to be a solid and impeccable leader. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. However, when it comes to daily life and enjoying what we have day to day as human beings, emotional restriction and stoicism is not the way to go if you want balanced, natural happiness and health. Third, be strong. Show no pain. Show no fear. This is another version of this emotional restriction. However, there is an extra emphasis on showing no vulnerability, no matter what. This sets men up for not knowing how to express our wants and needs more openly, even to people that we love and trust, like our loved ones. If we can't express fear to them when we're scared, then they can't know how to support us. If we can't help them let us suture our wounds and get down from the white horse, we'll be convinced that it's preferred for us to die on that white horse, bloodied in battle. Now, not saying that there isn't a beautiful, chivalrous part of battle. However, if we can't also get down off that white horse and let our loved ones be a part of our recovery in a very real, personal way, it is really hard for us to ask for help and get the kind of help that gets us back on that horse and into the next battle. Last, we're taught that use of violence, also controlling other people, is okay when necessary. Now, the necessary is in quotations because men are also given executive control, veto power over when necessary is defined as necessary. Now, again, I'm not going to say that there is never a time to fight back and even use your fists and violence if needed. However, at the same time, we have to avoid doing that at all costs. Because if we plan on interacting with people after the fact, they're inherently going to resent us. And the more that we're resented by others, the less that they can have incentive to interact with us in meaningful ways, and the less that they can be a part of our love and belonging needs as we move forward. And what a lot of men run into is a big problem with just burning bridges when they don't like how people go about doing business, romance, having friendship, and that's really not what life is all about either.